Dak, since we got out here, I think everybody's in good shape. Everybody's in best shape of their life, coming off rehabs. I think everybody that's talked about it has mentioned you as a driving force and a leading factor in that. And you talked on this briefly a minute ago, but how much of that is conscious on your part, and how much of it is it just innate that everybody seems to credit you with giving them that desire to give it their all to get in shape for this?
I mean, it's humbling to hear that. I'd say a part of it, I mean, it's just me going out there trying to be my best and knowing what it takes. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of commitment. As I said, rebounding, having fun nights, but knowing you got to come in and you got to go earn it the next day. So just to hear that, as I said, that's humbling. I'm grateful to be a leader like that to my teammates. But at times it is conscious. I mean, at times, as I said, when I do certain things that I know what that perception is and what that's doing for these other guys. And during the rehab process, when you're training along some guys and they're struggling, I know I've got to find it within myself to try to push harder so maybe they can do the same.
It's not a new development, but I'm just curious, the decision to put the field at your house, and like y'all are famous for having guys over there, off-season workouts. When did that idea crop up into your head, and how important was it to you to have that way to get everybody together?
Well, I mean, the idea of having a football field in my backyard was probably when I was a little kid and dreamed about being a quarterback in the NFL. And so when it became something that was obviously realistic was during COVID. And I'm sitting in my house with 7 acres trying to find things to do and wasn't able to find places to throw. And so I figured now was the time to start on something like that, and it also gives us the privacy. It gives us the safe place to go and to work on different things and just to become better in the privacy of our own.
Is everybody just that driven, or is there like an expectation that 4 is going to be on their case if they're not at the house?
I mean, yeah, I'm going to question them. I'm going to ask them. I'm going to send some text messages, but I'm also going to understand whatever it is that may keep them from not being there. So whenever we have throwing sessions or wherever we're doing anything, guys show up. I don't necessarily think they feel pressure from me. Sometimes if a guy didn't get a message, he may come back at me and ask me why he wasn't getting messages. So I think it's just a great culture that we have here. It's a great accountability that we hold each other to.
From the time you got hurt, I don't think anybody ever questioned your work ethic and your desire to get back and all that. But I am curious, when you were still at the point when you couldn't do anything, yeah, what did you do, first of all? And I mean, what was that experience? You watch a lot of Netflix. How miserable was that?
It was definitely miserable, but I knew that was a chance and a time for me to make myself better, to grow mentally, to get mentally tougher. So I read a couple of books, and I watched a little bit of TV, and obviously was watching football. I mean, football was still around and was able to give me somewhat of an outlet and somewhat feel involved, but it was tough, and I had a great support system around me that allowed me to get through those tough days.
You've talked a lot of people have asked you about the mental health aspect tonight, and you've made it clear throughout the sprint. I mean, you're ready to move on from the injury. You're clearly healthy, and those of us that are around you a lot get that, but I am curious on the mental health aspect of it. Do you think about the fact at all that it's not going to completely go away? I mean, when the season starts, you're going to hear about it. The TV channels that do the games are going to ask you about it. And I mean, it's just something that'll probably follow you at least for this first year that you're back. Is that a challenge at all? Do you think about that at all?
I mean, it's something that I've accepted. Whether I'm walking through a grocery store, I'm meeting a fan, or whatever it may be, everybody asks me, how's your leg? And how's your leg? That's what my question is back to them, because mine's great now, and I've done a lot of rehab and been through a long process to get it here. So I wouldn't say it's frustrating. It's something that I've accepted, something that I've owned, but it's part of it. It's part of it. When you go through something like that, and it was such a big moment for anybody that was watching to see something gruesome. They all want to tell me what they were doing and what their situation was, so it's something that I have fun with now.
Are you aware, do you care that you're playing the Giants at AT&T the same weekend as that weekend? Is that significant to you on any level?
No, not necessarily. I did just become aware of that like literally 2 days ago. I guess I was doing a dance out here at practice that somebody captured. My girlfriend sent it to me, And then from there, I was like, I was supposed to do that dance when I scored that touchdown in the end zone. And she literally sends me a video of me practicing the dance on October 10th. And she says, well, why don't you make it all come full circle again? So I'm actually excited about it.
You still eat chicken with ranch and pasta before games, or do you have something new?
No, I don't. I eat healthy. I get my vegetables. I eat some chicken. Depends on what time of the day the game is, but I'm not necessarily on the chicken and ranch anymore. Taste buds change, and you find some better outlets.
That was like 24-year-old stuff, not 20. Okay,
exactly.
Cool. Thanks, Dak.
Yeah, appreciate you.